Hello YouTube, welcome back. I am back with another video, and this one's about PowerShell. We'll be looking at how to work with history or some of the cool things that you can do with history very easily. You could also do these in other scripting languages like Bash, but you'll have to script for it. But PowerShell, I feel personally that it gives you a lot more control on how you can use your history. So let's get started. To get your history, obviously you do get history, and then that gives you all the commands that you've typed in the last so many commands. So this is some of the commands that I was typing as part of the last video. Now quickly, if we do, I give it invoke history, which is what I want to talk about today. Invoke history, so you can use your history of commands that you've already typed. So I could do invoke history, and I can say ID of 77, which is basically clear screen, right? And that'll clear the screen. Now, isn't that cool? I could also do invoke history ID, and I can type a command that I typed, not just the ID, and it'll still do the same thing. It'll clear history. And now I'm just gonna do write host and then type mo, and I will do get history, and it's got all these commands that I want to run. So now I could run the last few commands, so I could say 77 to 83. I want to run, just pipe that to a for each, right? For each, and then I'm going to put that in a invoke history, right? And I'm going to do ID equals $_. So what this does is it takes each of these numbers, 77 to 83, and it puts them in this for each loop, and it calls the invoke history command with the ID for each of these numbers. So ideally, in the end of its run, I should see a few clear screens, get histories, and then it should write mo to the screen. Let's give it a go. Right, so that's what ended up happening. It ran write host last. And there we have it. So I could do a few write hosts just to show you what's going on, but you get the gist. You can try that. It's very simple. I could also do, let me just bring back get history again. Right, so it's got all these commands it typed from 77 onwards. So instead of finding the number, I could just say give me or invoke history, right? Or let me do it this way. So I'll just do a get history again, right? And then I'll just say ID of 85, and I want to say count of 5, and I'm going to pipe that to invoke history, right? So that's not going to work. We need for each, and I'm going to invoke history with ID as $_. So we're basically doing a for loop. So we're saying get history and get the ID of 85 and the 5 commands leading up to 85, which is this will return the IDs of maybe 1 2 3 4 5 81 to 85, and it'll pipe that into the for each and invoke those commands. So let me run that. Are you sure you want to perform targets here? Let's just say yes. So what it did is it did a write host, and it did a get history. It did another write host, and it did another get history. Basically, that's what it did. So these are the commands it ran, basically, right? So it's pretty cool stuff you could do with this sort of stuff. Now I think that's a good gist of what you could do with get history and invoke history, and how you could use the commands that you've already typed to do a lot more than what you would be doing otherwise.
If you like this video, please share with your friends. Comment if you'd like to start a conversation. Come on, don't be shy. And hit the subscribe button now.